Today, I am cooking keto dinosaur. Okay, maybe not quite. It sure feels that way. Look at these ribs. They're beef back ribs. I found these at Costco. They're American Wagyu. And this was the smallest package I could find. And I'll be eating these, probably finish them all tonight. Hi, I'm RJ. Welcome back to Keto Over 50. I am so excited to make these for you today. I wanted to make these for dinner for tonight, but I wanted to share them with you while I'm doing it. So it's a last minute video. I saw these for sale, and like I said, this was the smallest package I could find, $28. And it will be at least 2 or 3 meals for me, because how could you eat more than 1 or 2 of these dinosaur bones? You know, they're actually from a cow. And I'm very happy to experiment with these with you. I have made short ribs before, and I'm going to do something similar to that. So let's get started. I'm going to just season them and sear them in the crock pot and then cook them for about 4 or 5 hours on high. But be sure to stay with me till the end, because I'm going to finish them off in a very special way that will really make the difference and level them up to a world-class entree. So what I want to do, and it was interesting because some of the recipes I saw said, don't remove the membrane. Well, I don't know about you, but I don't like eating ribs and having that thick, chewy membrane. You know, it's tough enough on pork baby back ribs, but on these beef ribs, you're going to see this is really a thick membrane here. And I probably should be using my butcher's knife, but I'm just trying to delicately loosen it on one end. I'm going to show you a real easy way to get rid of this. There we go. You just want to get it started along the bone. And I started it along the meat, so it's kind of pulling a little bit. Now let's see if this will work. You can see it's starting to. There we go. I just am trying to take my time so I don't miss some of it here that's being difficult. All right, look at this. Now, you don't want to eat this when you're eating, and even if you're going to throw them on a grill, you just don't want to hit this membrane. Jeez. Oh, it's difficult. And I'm using my left hand, I'm right-handed. So let me get this. Oh, yeah, that makes a huge difference. Look at that. Wow. Boom. Now, you don't want to eat this. You don't want to have to eat around it when you're eating these wonderful ribs. So, and I am going to get rid of, yes, I know we love our fat, but I'm just going to get rid of some of this on the back. How beautiful is that? And I'm not a butcher. Obviously, I'm not a butcher, but I've gotten that membrane off the back now. And I'm just going to clean up any of these little nuggets of fat that I don't want to have. And, you know, always cut away from yourself. If you're doing this and it slips, bye-bye. Okay, here we go. I think that's about it. It's such a beautiful piece of meat. And I don't know if there's butchers out there watching this having a heart attack now going, what is she doing to that? What we're going to do is I'm going to make a little marinade on it just for searing it. All you really need is, you're starting with like basic salt, pepper, and garlic, which I have right here, my 3 little soldiers. Whoops. One fell down. Okay. My 3 little soldiers, salt, pepper, and garlic. And what I'm going to do to give it a little bit of sweetness and at the same time a little savory flavor is I'm going to add some Chinese 5-spice. Have you ever used this? It's just so fragrant and wonderful. It has cinnamon and clove and fennel, and what else does it have in it? Licorice root, which you can really smell, and ginger. And so I'm going to use a little bit of the Chinese 5-spice, salt, pepper, garlic. I think I'm going to add a little onion powder and a dash of soy sauce, which is all I have. I looked in the all the cupboards. I'm almost out of soy sauce, but you know what? That's all I really need because soy has a carb per tablespoon. So that's really all I wanted was a tablespoon of that. And I'm going to put in a little Worcestershire sauce. And this is 1 carb per teaspoon. So I just want a little bit of this. But, I was at a restaurant in Las Vegas, a high-end steakhouse. And the fillets, my cousin was here, Debbie, and we went out and we had fillets. And they were extraordinary. I'd never had a steak like that before. So we asked to see the chef. And we asked him, what did you put on this? And he said, 50-50 soy sauce and Worcestershire. And if you've never tried that, try it. It's an amazing combination. It works so well on beef. So I'm going to use that, some Chinese 5-spice, salt, pepper, and garlic, and some onion powder. And I took this out, a little bit of garlic and herb seasoning. I think I'm going to put just a dash of this in. This is from Costco or Kinder's. You can get it online at Amazon. Okay. Check. So there's about a tablespoon of the Worcestershire sauce, the last of my precious low sodium soy sauce. I always like low sodium. See, I had more than enough left. I am going to use a little bit of this, just a little. You'd be surprised how even just a little bit of herb seasoning can make a huge difference. I'm going to use a bit of onion powder, and then this is black pepper. I like a lot of pepper on my beef, and some garlic powder, and some salt. And yes, you can absolutely use fresh cracked. I have those guys right here. They take a little longer when you're doing it. I didn't want to work that hard. And now I'm going to take that's about a half a teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice, maybe a little bit more. You can see that. Okay. And that is going to give this such an incredible flavor. And yes, that's enough. Just a little bit in this bowl, just to brush it on the top of the meat. And if there's enough left over, I'll brush the rest on the underside of the meat. Then I'm going to slice them, trying to decide if I could do 2, 4, 6, 8. See if that'll work. Keep them more together for how I finish them. You won't believe it. You won't believe it. Okay, so there we go. And it's this easy. I'm going to put some olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, in the crock pot to get that ready for as soon as I put these in. We don't want it to burn. Whoa. And I'm going to sear them in the crock pot. You could do this in an Instant Pot, a pressure cooker. They'd be done in an hour then. You can bake them in the oven. I almost did that. I had my big roasting pan out. And at the last minute, I thought, you know what? They're going to be, well, they're Wagyu, American Wagyu, so they should be very tender to begin with. But I thought, I really want these to sit in the crock pot for a few hours. It's only, let's see, 1:30. I'll be eating by 5:30 or 6, which is going to be fantastic. Okay, so you see that was plenty. Oopsie. You can see that was plenty of marinade. Now I'm going to flip them over and just, I want to get that on my towel, and just put what's left on the meat here, especially the ends. You want to get those. This is shaping up to be an incredible dinner. Yes, I really splurged on the ribs because I love ribs, and I love beef ribs. I like pork ribs. I like ribs. I love to eat and gnaw on the bone. And I would never order these out in a restaurant. You know why? Because I love eating them. And I'm like, nobody needs to see that. Sometimes I'm really happy to be alone because I can eat my ribs and nobody's going to go, look at her, like she's attacking a dinosaur. And just FYI, I want you to get creative here at Keto Over 50. I'm over 50 and I've never made a rack of beef back ribs before. This is a first for me. And that's why I'm going to finish them a very different way. And we'll put the little guys next to him. Just like everything else I make, this is so simple. All I'm going to do is sear these ribs on both sides. It's not ready yet. And once they're all brown, I'm going to put them in. I have my serving platter here. For the end of the video, you're going to want to see that. So stay tuned. And if you're enjoying the content, please like and subscribe. Hit the little bells so you'll find out when I make a new video and that goes live. I've got my crock pot heating up on high. It's getting a little loud, that sizzle. Isn't that a great sound? And I'll tell you what, you can smell that Chinese 5-spice. Look at that, how beautiful once the meat starts to brown. We just want to get a little sear on it. Okay, so I've browned the 4 pieces. I think that they'll cook more evenly in the crock pot if I separate them now. Like that. It's called making it manageable. So I'm just cutting the ribs so that they're each one, just one. And I think that way in the crock pot, let's get him out of here, they'll be able to cook more evenly because they are so big. And this is just super easy, just slicing them down the middle now. Kind of like a jigsaw puzzle in here. Trying to get them all arranged in the perfect shape so that they all can get some heat. And that's really it. I'm going to sear them just a little bit more. I would say the 2 batches of ribs took probably about 20 minutes, probably 10 minutes on each side. And that's it. Now I'm going to put them, I know I say that's it a lot, huh? Okay, we're going to turn this off and move them over. Okay, and we're just going to put these over here into the crock pot, put the lid on it. 5 hours on high. Ooh, it got so quiet once the searing stopped. And I'll be back in just a second to check on them 4 hours from now. That didn't take long, huh? Okay, it took 5 hours. The ribs are in the crock pot. They're done. I've done nothing else to them other than what you saw me do, which was brush them with a marinade with seasoning, sear them, and put them in the crock pot where it did all the work. This little workhorse I have. And look at these guys. Oh my God, they look so good. I can't, it's falling right off the bone. Oh my God, they're so tender. Okay, so I am going to take them out now. You're not gonna believe how I finished these. Oh, I'm gonna just take them to the next level. Look at this American Wagyu beef. And I have 8 ribs. So that'll be a few dinners. I don't have my overhead camera on here, but you can see I didn't add, there's a little liquid in there, some of the fat. I didn't add any liquid to these. I just seared them in that little bit of olive oil, and then I put them in the crock pot. Oopsie, that's enough. Stop. And now I'm going to take you outside to my barbecue grill where we are going to sear these for just a few minutes, and it's going to put that beautiful little char on them. Oh, I can't wait. Come on, let's go. It's cold out now. It's just under 40 degrees. I'm in my backyard and getting ready to hit these on the grill. Look at this beautiful. It did really cook down to just a lot of bones and some amazing tender meat. So I have the fire set at medium, maybe a little higher than that. I just turned it down. Whoopsie. It's falling off the bone. It's so exciting. Oh God. I get turned on by the weirdest things. So there they are, getting a little sear. And I'm going to turn it down to just medium. Okay, so I'm just turning them possibly a little bit. And you can see that little bit of char is going to make such a difference when you're eating these. It really cooled it off having the lid open so long. This is just so simple, and you don't have to do this final step. You don't have to do the char, but it's going to caramelize the meat. It's going to make it, that's what I meant when I said stay till the end. You're going to see it just jacked up to world-class status. If you were in a restaurant and they served you something like this, not only would you not even care that it was keto, you would be wanting to eat it even if you weren't on keto. And it's just so delicious. Did I do anything that you're not capable of doing? It's so easy. Whoo, look at that. Just gonna give them another little turn. Okay, I hope I don't drop this. Let me see. Can you see that just sizzling on the camera? Oh my God, it's wonderful. And I think that's about it. Like I said, 2-3 minutes out here on the grill, and it just elevates it. If you're enjoying the content, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the little bell so you can see when I have a new video coming out. Okay, let's scoop them up and take them inside and have a taste of these bones. Can you see now why I felt like I was cooking a dinosaur? Look at those bones. They just look amazing. I wish you were here with me. Well, you are in a way, but I wish you could taste these. Look at this. What a big, big bone. Oh my goodness. Oh, you can see the meat is falling off of the bone. Here's the little guy who was on the end, that one stray bone. Let's see how he's doing. And just going to, oh my goodness. I'm not even cutting it. I'm really just feathering it, pulling it away. It's so beautiful. I think with regular ribs, you might have a lot of connective tissue. This and the preparation of making them in the crock pot, searing them, and then making them in the crock pot for a couple hours. And then that char on, can you hear that? Okay. Oh, wow. Hey, if you make them, tell me if you charred them afterwards, if you put them on the grill, because it would just be a shame. There's just no fussing with this recipe. Okay, I can't stop eating. Hallelujah, they are so good. Those few added flavors make this taste so complex, so divine. I mean, this is, seriously, imagine 2 of these with a big bowl of, or a side of riced cauliflower or some asparagus, some wonderfully cooked asparagus or broccoli on the side, or even mashed cauliflower. I think I would do garlic mashed cauliflower. This is just so hard to beat. So I'm so excited that you came with me today to watch me make these beef back ribs, American Wagyu beef back ribs. You got to see some of my backyard because I had to just grill these. It just made such a difference. And thank you for joining me. Stay beautiful. I love to say how beautiful you are because you need to hear it. You're on this keto journey, and I'm so grateful that you're joining me for it. If you enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up, a like, and feel free to share it with your friends. Subscribe, and if you make this, or even if you want to, just put a comment down below and let me know how excited you are about it. This is RJ. See you next time.